So it's finally arrived. Let's open it. Okay, so here goes. There's some sort of a metal plate. I guess that hides the battery. I'll soon find out. There's an antenna. Some screws. And here's the beast. The knobs are actually in, whereas some of the early radios had the knobs loose. I'll be replacing these knobs with some other ones that I've ordered. So let's look at it. I'll put on the antenna. Yes, it fits. That's a good start. And the two sides are open, so I guess the two plates that came will go in here. And there is a single battery holder. Some people had a double holder. I've got a single one. We'll soon find out if the thing powers on. So now I'm going to remove the knobs that came with the Malahit. So this one comes off, and then this one comes off. It needed a little tug with a screwdriver to lift them off. And I'm going to replace with these two, which I bought from Nikolai in the Ukraine. So the knobs got a little indent in it, so it becomes easy to turn, whereas the original is flat. So you basically have to use your fingers to do the tuning. So that was a good purchase. Okay. So now let's look at it on the inside. This comes apart. It's not screwed or anything. The top and the bottom just fit into each other. So just put them side by side. The battery is in a different direction to the manual, but that's okay. It's not a double holder like some people manage to get. I guess I can buy a double cell holder and get a slightly more usage before a recharge. So let's screw it all together. So the side plate just fits very nicely. There is no give in it. So it's been well engineered. So I've put the screws in, but you'll notice that the screws on this side don't go in nicely all the way in. There is great resistance, so it's like the threads haven't been dug deep enough, not drilled deep enough. I don't know the exact term, but they're better done on the other side. Okay. Well, having said that, I thought I'd try two different screws, and they actually went in. This one's properly countersunk. This one is almost countersunk, so it's not perfect, but we'll find out on the other side if they have any issues either. So it's all screwed in. Now let's turn it on. There's a button on the side that's sticking out. Hold it in. So far so good. Now I live in a house that's a Faraday shield, so I'm not expecting any signals inside the house. And the antenna is not extended either. So let's try before we go out and tune around. Well, it definitely works, which is a good sign. But that's maybe 1 or 2 stations I can get inside the house. Let's go out and see what happens. Okay, this is outside.
They were saying, oh, when are you going to do your solo project? And the funny thing is, like, Roger Taylor, the drummer, he's done 2 solo projects, and Brian's done a solo project. If I get too old, maybe it's time to do the project. It's taken a long time. It doesn't mean I'm going to finish with Queen or whatever. It's just
цель добиться обновления зарубежных активистов и институтов. Они утверждают, что один из крупнейших производителей угля и газа делает недостаточно. Неожиданно подписали на климатической конференции в Глазго декларацию о сотрудничестве в борьбе с изменением климата. Декларация США и Китай обязуются все.
That's the amateur band. Not expecting much traffic here. It's too early in the evening. Doesn't look good. So I've got this amplified whip antenna made by SV2CZF in Greece. It's the TWA 30F30P antenna. It needs an adapter, so we'll fit that up here. Okay, so I've now connected the antenna to a MLA30 Plus that's sitting outside the house, and let's turn on the antenna. So push the hard menu, and there is no sound as yet because I need to press power antenna. That's going to turn on the bias T. There's something there. Let's turn on the preamp. Yeah, so you really have to press that before you start hearing signals. So I don't get good reception of WWVH. Forget WWV. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, so with this particular antenna, this is as good as it gets, at least at 8:42 in the evening.
Roger, VK3KYY, assuming that LV and John have indeed signed. Unlike last week, John. Over to you, LV. Over to you, Roger.
Yeah, just give me a short pause in case people want to chip in.
So this is with a proper 2-meter antenna on the roof. It's still a noisy signal. I get full quieting on my ham rig.
In water, yeah.
I enjoy some topical presentations. It is the view of the board that there is considerable uncertainty with the COVID overlay.
This is VK3RGL in Geelong. This is a Morse code practice beacon.
This is VK3RCW, the interactive Morse code beacon for amateur radio Victoria. Press 1 for the instruction menu. Otherwise, please hold the line.
So the CW decoder doesn't work in NFM mode. I think it needs to be in proper CW, whereas this is transmitted in FM. So this is just for comparison with my FT991A. There is a bit of background noise, but it's not as bad as on the Malahit receiver. Obviously this is a very expensive communications receiver in the 991A, so I'm not really comparing, but I am comparing in a way. So that was my unboxing of the Malahit receiver DSP-2. Now I'm going to do a proper review this weekend, I think. At least I'll make a start, and then let's see, let's put it through its paces. 7.3 from VK3 BT.